Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you here today. We're driving home from work today. Pretty good day, putting it back together, coming out of Thanksgiving. It's just a little bit of the weird time where it's not quite getting ready for prime rib season here at the meat department, but we're just, putting it back together, knowing that in a week or two, we're going to have to tear it all down and basically make room for all of the specialty stuff that's coming in there. But last night, Monday Night Raw, was a big ball of everybody wants to fight everybody. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm guessing the big show for December is going to be Saturday night's main event. I guess there's no longer like a TLC December style pay-per-view that I never was really that fired up for. I mean, I would watch the show if I could, but normally, I get so bogged down with the holiday season, being pulled here, there, and everywhere, having to do stuff for work, trying to make sure you do enough family time stuff, that just wrestling in the month of December kind of gets put on the back burner, I always felt like, and I never had time to make videos. I never had enough time to watch as much wrestling as I needed to watch to be on top of the product. It was just like, can we just get to the new year so we can start talking about the Royal Rumble? But it kind of seemed like that's what they were doing, was getting everybody hyped up for the Rumble, that everybody's going to be fighting everybody. Everybody wants a shot at Cody Rhodes and his WWE Championship. I'm not sure if it's the Universal title, Undisputed title. I know it's not the World Heavyweight, but WWE Champion, the main guy. How we get to Cody either fighting The Rock and or Roman, or just Roman, I guess has to be determined by the Rumble. I mean, if The Rock's got to get this shot, The Rock has to win it. Other than that, I think Roman has to win it. I think no matter what, this is going to be like a big-time Royal Rumble. And they're hyping up the fact that almost anybody has a shot at it. You can tell that Punk wants it, Rollins wants it, Roman's going to be in the hunt. Sammy was in there taking his shots. There's a lot of guys. I mean, there's going to be guys that are fringe choices, I guess you can say, but most of the big guys are going to be in there. There's a lot of Rumbles that you can just point at the Rumble and be like the year Orton won it, the year Edge won it, the year Del Rio won it, the year McIntyre won it, even the year that Shinsuke Nakamura won it. I mean, you just could tell by the push that they were getting going into it that it was already determined that they're going to do it. Every once in a while, it's going to be, this guy or that guy, and that's just the way that it was. I remember one year I really got psyched out. I picked John Cena, and my backup pick was Braun Strowman. Strowman didn't win it, and Cena wasn't even there. We didn't find out until the day of the Rumble that he wasn't going to be appearing, and I think that Strowman is then the guy that got to replace him. But I don't know. It seems like this Rumble's going to be huge. From watching War Games, you can really tell that one of the matches in the foreseeable future is going to be CM Punk versus Roman Reigns. I'm not quite sure yet, but when they had this sit down before War Games, it kind of seemed like Paul Heyman knew what the favor was from CM Punk, but didn't want to tell Roman Reigns what it was. Yeah, I believe he asked him, what is he getting out of this? And Heyman answered, he asked for a favor. Roman Reigns asked what the favor was, and Heyman says, we'll talk about that after War Games. So it kind of seems that he knows what's coming, but doesn't want to tell Roman. What my guess is, more than likely, is my overall hope is Rock wins the Rumble. So we're going to get Rock versus Cody Rhodes come WrestleMania. It's the year that it's been a match that they hyped up over a year ago and never talked about again, never, Rock showed up at Bad Blood, but even after Bad Blood, it was just like, we don't talk about that. Maybe it's because they're not 100% sure if they can deliver, and they don't want to be pushing something, and then all of a sudden there's nothing to be given at the end. Overall, I think the, 70,000, I'm guessing, that bought WrestleMania tickets, I think that a good portion of them think that we're getting Cody versus The Rock. Are people going to be, jumping at selling their tickets if The Rock doesn't win the Rumble? I'll tell you the truth, I hope so. But so ticket prices for good seats will go down. But I think we're already seeing a high price, and I think if Rock wins the Rumble, I think that prices will even go higher because the people that have hotel rooms, maybe thinking about booking a flight, maybe they're just going to be thinking that they have to bite the bullet and pay for the tickets. But then again, I think people are going to be traveling to Las Vegas for WrestleMania weekend, not knowing they have a ticket until the day of the event. I think that is probably going to be the largest number of fans in Las Vegas. And that's probably going to be a big talk of the town. There's a lot of people saying, like, have you found tickets yet? Have you found tickets yet? Just waiting for whoever is sitting on so many tickets on secondary sites to be like, oh shit, we were not able to sell them at this extravagant amount. Because remember how much people paid for them on that WrestleMania pre-sale on Ticketmaster. And they're already paying a high price, and to make sure that they score a profit, they're going to have to score an even higher price to be able to turn some change out of this. And it'll have to see if their investment worked out. But then again, I think you sell a few tickets, you can dump some at a cheaper price and still come out okay. Roman versus Punk. What my hope is that a storyline for WrestleMania will be CM Punk cashing in his favor, basically asking for a match against Roman Reigns. As of right now, Cody Rhodes is like the top dog in the company. He is the WWE champion. He's holding the big gold belt. But I think Roman still comes with a great deal of respect in WWE as well as in the WWE locker room, and he's going to have a big match as well. I think that Punk just basically has to come out and say that he wants a match against Roman because he wants to make sure that he can level up against the best in WWE. Roman is the leader of the locker room. He is the top dog there when it comes to like overall accomplishments, and although he does not have an Undertaker style streak, I think that as Roman is not the champion, I think that the Roman Reigns match will be looked at as like one of the best matches of the weekend. I was gonna say the night, but then I guess 2 nights sort of screws that up. I'll be honest, I haven't been to a WrestleMania since they've been 2 days. But I will say that I'm guessing that when you go to the actual WrestleMania, I think it might be a little bit of it might suck to have to get into the building twice and find your seat and this, that, and the other with the large amount of crowds of people going there. I remember how horrible it was at 32 getting into AT&T Stadium. A little bit of the problem was the scanning of the tickets. I think the scanners weren't working is what we heard, but then once we got past the scanners, it was just a log jam of people, of nobody knowing where to go and not enough people. I remember having to grab a guy and say, like, I paid over $1,000 for this fucking seat and you're gonna help me find it. Not my proudest moment, but I did it. And I don't know, I think that it would be cool to see Punk, ask for the favor, and Roman kind of look around and he's like, well, I can't fight Cody because I didn't win the Rumble. I guess he can try and find a way to fight Gunther if he's not involved in that style feud. I mean, they're both. Well, I guess Gunther's more of a Raw guy than anything else. But then again, Roman's on Raw, whenever they really need him to be there. But maybe he's going to kind of look at that match like it's not up to his standard. And the Punk match is something that could main event like a night one. Punk versus Roman, the dream match that we've never seen. And this is the chance to give it to us. When we get Punk versus Rollins, I'm not quite sure, but I guess that's just going to be an overwhelming feud that is just never going to go away. I guess if Punk's not injured and Roman's not injured at the same time, it could be a match that they use on a normal pay-per-view or a SummerSlam if they wanted to make it a big deal. I don't see that match happening at the Royal Rumble as a singles match because you need to have both of those stars inside of the actual Royal Rumble match itself. But I don't know. I'm sort of like, I'm not guaranteeing like in stone that that's the match that's going to happen and that's the favorite that's going to come out of it. But Roman versus Punk, WrestleMania. That's what I think happened.